boys and girls. I'm going to begin a new chapter book. It is Geronimo Stilton, Spacemice, Slurp Monster Showdown. That's the title of the book. All right, Geronimo Stilton is a funny mouse. And the characters of the book are Geronimo Stiltonix, Trap Stiltonix, Thea Stiltonix, Grandfather William Stiltonix, Robotics, Benjamin Stiltonix, and Bugsy Wugsy. So let's see, it says, in the darkest of the farthest galaxy, in time and space, in a spaceship inhabited exclusively by mice, this fabulous mouse vessel is called the Mouse Star One, and I am its captain. I am Geronimo Stiltonix, a somewhat accident-prone mouse who, to tell you the truth, would rather be writing novels than steering a spaceship. But for now, my adventurous family and I are busy traveling around the universe, an exciting intergalactic mission. This is the latest adventure of Spacemice. An unexplained planet. Everything was cosmically calm when I woke up on my spaceship that morning. I left my cabin whistling as I headed to the control room. I couldn't wait to sink into my captain's chair and munch on some Gorgonzola granola. But when I got there, oh, excuse me, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Stiltonix, Geronimo Stiltonix, and I am captain of Mouse Star One, the most mouserific spaceship in the universe. As I was saying, as soon as I entered the control room, a thunderous voice hit my ears. "Look lively, you limp lunar cheese sticks," yelled my grandfather William Stiltonix. He was sitting in my chair, shouting orders at the whole crew. "Grandfather, how nice to see you," I said. "What brings you to the control room?" "My feet, grandson, and they're a lot faster than yours," he snapped. "You're late for work." I stammered, but we didn't have any missions planned today." "What a lazy bones," Grandfather said. "If it were up to you, this spaceship would stay in orbit forever." Before I could defend myself, Robotics, the ship's robot, floated over to Grandfather. "Admiral Stiltonix, we're ready," he said. "We have locked in the coordinates for our launch into hyperspace." Launch into hyperspace? Holy craters! Hearing those words made my whiskers tremble in fright. Entering hyperspace meant accelerating faster than the speed of light, which really does a number on my stomach. Oh, Grandfather, why exactly do we need to launch into hyperspace?" I asked. "Because we're explorers, Geronimo," he replied. "I recently identified a planet all the way at the end of the universe. Its name is Mozzarella, and no space mouse has ever set paw on it. We will be the first to explore it." I gulped. The end of the universe? That sounded awfully far away, but Grandfather had his mind made up. "Full speed ahead," he said. The ship lurched forward, and the acceleration was so strong that I flew backwards. I bumped my head on the floor, fainted, and began having the most wonderful dream. In my dream, I was on the beaches of the planet Tropicalix. Walking next to me was Sally B. Wrench, the talented technician of Mouse Star One, and also the most fascinating rodent in the galaxy. I pulled on my whiskers, jolted me away. I opened my eyes and gasped. Look, here they all are. They're saying, hang on, full speed ahead. Oh, vroom. I wasn't looking at the kind of face Sally D. Wrench. I was looking at the goofy face of my cousin Trap. "Wake up, Geronimo," he said, shaking me forcefully. "We've arrived at planet Mozzarella. It's a mouse-tastic place. We've got to get out of there and explore. Come with me right now." A mouse-tastic place? Go with him? But why? The exploration mission. I was still fuzzy from bumping my head. I couldn't remember what had just happened, and I didn't understand what Trap was talking about. But I knew one thing for sure. I didn't want to do it. Trap grabbed me by the paws and got me back on my feet. "Cousin, what is this all about?" I snapped. "I'll show you," he replied. He led me to the large monitor and showed me a planet as white as milk, surrounded by a cosmic cloud. It's the planet Mozzarella, he told me. While you fainted, we launched into hyperspace and entered the planet's orbit. Then Trap typed into the keyboard and an encyclopedia popped up. Look, gives all kinds of information. There's wild mozzarella growing on the planet. We have to go check it out. Suddenly, I remembered Grandfather William's plans to explore the planet. I was trying to gather my thoughts when Trap interrupted me. Come here, Ger, he urged, pushing me into the teleportation room. The teletransportix is ready to teleport us to the planet's surface. By lunchtime, we'll be enjoying the first wild mozzarella in space. Wait just 1 minute, I protested. No mouse has ever set paw on mozzarella before. We need to do some tests before we go down there. There could be a galactic germs or cosmic bacteria or space microbes. My voice traveled off when the doors of the room opened up and in stepped Sally DeWrench. Glittering galaxy, she was even more fascinating in person. I didn't want her to see how nervous I was, so I turned to Trap and spoke in my most captain voice. Cousin, I would be happy to accompany you on your exploration mission, but as captain of this ship, I must stay here and do some important captain business. But exploration mission needs 2 rodents, Trap said. How will I do it alone? And something happened that I did not expect at all. Sally stepped forward. Trap, I will go with you, she said. Cheesy comments! Was the rodent of my dreams about to go on an exploration mission with my cousin without me? Was this a bad joke? A nightmare? A horror film? Please wait until we come do some tests, I said. But Trap and Sally ignored me. The 2 adventurous rodents were so eager to explore Mozzarella, they stepped into the teletransport and entered the planet's coordinates. Then they dematerialized right before my eyes. I stared at the empty transportix for a few minutes, blinking, then I headed back to the control room. So far, my morning was stinking worse than rotten cheese.